time to act. India plans to grow trees and earn carbon credits. The Environment Ministry of India has proposed a plan that would allow the paper and pulp industries to grow trees on government lands. Reforestation reduces greenhouse emissions, which, under an international agreement, can earn India carbon credits. The credits can then be purchased by other countries to offset their emissions. Green way to go, India. Thank you for this forward-thinking plan. May your country flourish in verdant vitality for the benefit of all nations on Earth.
Butterfly fish and coral could become extinct together. Australian research has revealed that the beautiful black, white, and yellow chevron butterfly fish could become extinct along with her favorite coral, Acropora hyacinthus. According to Australian scientist Dr. Morgan Pratchett, the loss of over 70% of the world's coral reefs, including the one favored by this particular fish, means survival jeopardy for them both. Our sincere thanks, Dr. Pratchett and team members, for calling our attention to the plight of the butterfly fish and coral reefs. May we be graced to act quickly while we still have time to save their precious lives.
China's plastic giant closes. China's largest manufacturer of plastic bags, Huachang, has stopped production in response to the nation's ban on the use of ultra-thin plastic bags, effective June 1st. Supermarkets and shops throughout China will also no longer distribute free plastic bags to customers. The Huachang company may switch to producing biodegradable or recyclable bags. Hats off, China, for implementing this next step toward a cleaner and greener nation. We wish the Huachang Company, its employees, and China a bright future of health and prosperity for all.
Wildlife caregiver protects hibernating tortoises from climate change. Mrs. Shirley Neely, who runs the island of Jersey's Tortoise Sanctuary, wraps the tortoises each winter in tea towels and keeps them in her refrigerator. Mrs. Neely said, "It's much easier to maintain a constantly cool temperature in a fridge than it is with our ever-warming climate." Heaven bless you, Mrs. Neely, for your compassionate endeavors to protect the lives of the most ancient and beautiful creations. May God bless them to thrive and continue to grace our world with their presence.
Malaysian children take care of the environment. 100 Malaysian children have volunteered every second Saturday, working to restore the natural ecosystem of Langkawi Island. In the 6-month program, the children were supervised by the noted environmentalist Irshad Mubarak, affectionately called the Jungle Wala of Langkawi. Mr. Mubarak was chosen as one of the 5 DG Amazing Malaysians 2007 for his dedicated endeavors to protect the environment. He said, "Children are naturally curious about plants, birds, and animals. We should take the opportunity to teach them about why it's important to preserve and sustain the environment." Best wishes and heaven's blessings, Mr. Irshad Mubarak, children, and all those involved in this fantastic project. May the tender hands of innocent children be blessed to restore our Earth to her pristine state.
U.S. could commit to emission reductions by July. Daniel Price, Assistant to President George W. Bush for International Economic Affairs, stated that the United States is ready to accept binding international obligations to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. He further stated that the agreement could be announced in conjunction with the G8 summit meeting scheduled for July in Japan. We respectfully applaud and thank you, United States, for bringing your significant voice to support this pressuring issue. May all countries continue to progress with measures that benefit our planetary well-being.
Darwin City, Australia beach city, struck by erosion as a consequence of global warming. Powerful seasonal storms have washed away 6 to 8 meters of the popular Mindle Beach's dune structure this year. Alderman John Bailey of the Darwin City Council said, "We've got a whole series of issues to do with global warming, the frequency and strength of the storms, and coastal erosion that's going on in the Darwin area. We need a long-term strategy." Alderman Bailey, we pray that you and the people of Darwin City soon find a way to save Mindle Beach. May heaven grant your conservation efforts with great success.
Anglican bishops help ensure British government bill considers developing nations. Through concerted effort and persuasive oratory before the House of Lords, Reverend James Jones and Reverend Richard Chartres, the bishops of Liverpool and London respectively, have managed to ensure that an expert on the social effects of global warming will be included in the British government's Advisory Committee on Climate Change. Reverend Jones said, "The tragedy of the present situation of global warming is that the poor in developing countries are already feeling and suffering disastrously from the effects of climate change. They do not, however, have the power to do anything about it. Thank you ever so much, and God bless esteemed reverends and British government for your care of our global community. May all nations step up and take the responsible course of action to save lives.
Japanese companies develop new recycling technology. Matsushita Electric Industrial Company Limited is teaming up with Kusatsu Electric Company Limited to develop a recycling technology for decomposing plastic and recycling useful metals from electronic equipment. The method enables plastic to undergo gasification efficiently without producing harmful gases and leaves the valuable metals behind. Kudos, Matsushita Electric Industrial Company and Kusatsu Electric Company, for your new invention that has great potential to help us reduce waste. May heaven bless the planet Earth with sustainable resources and a clean, pure environment for all.
Indian President speaks out on climate change. Addressing members of the Indian Parliament, President Pratibha Patil outlined the government's proposed National Action Plan on climate change. She also said that India would not exceed per capita emissions of developed countries at any time. We sincerely thank you, Your Excellency, for addressing this significant topic. May we find success in a unified effort to quickly preserve our earthly home.
Marks & Spencer plans a sustainable future. One of the UK's biggest retailers, Marks & Spencer's, has proposed several ambitious environmental measures, all to be accomplished by the year 2012. These include becoming carbon neutral, sending no waste to landfill, improving the lives of people in the store supply chain, and helping customers and employees live a healthier lifestyle. A statement on the company's website reads, "We are calling it Plan A because we believe it's now the only way to do business. There is no Plan B." That's music to our green ears, Marks & Spencer. With God's grace, may you meet your planet-friendly goals as your business continues to flourish and shine as a leading light in the world of retailing.
Researchers find that airborne dust levels in the USA have increased fivefold over the last 150 years. By studying sediments in Colorado's alpine lakes, researchers found that dust levels have increased dramatically since people of the European descent settled in the region. Grazing, agriculture, and urbanization have all contributed to the problem. The chief researcher, Dr. Jason Neff of the University of Colorado at Boulder, said that windblown dust causes the Rocky Mountain snowpack to melt earlier than normal, affecting water usage and agriculture. Our appreciation, Dr. Neff and team, for bringing this important information to the world's attention. We pray that sustainable ways of living will soon take precedence in the western USA and around the world.
Scientists in the United Arab Emirates warn of climate change's potentially disastrous effect on the region. A study recently published by the British University of Dubai predicts that global warming will cause sea levels to rise, flooding coastal areas of the Persian Gulf. Many thousands of people living on the coast will be forced to move inland. We laud your efforts, British University of Dubai researchers, in publishing this important study. We pray that with Allah's grace, people from the Persian Gulf region and around the world will take immediate and effective action to address climate change.
China's capital city of Beijing, together with 5 other provinces, take further steps to clean the air by establishing regulations for reducing industrial emissions this summer.
To alleviate traffic congestion, China's city of Shanghai begins using 18-meter-long buses to accommodate larger numbers of rush-hour commuters.